give completely Python task. It is not like that. So they want you to get the logic, because even if you take the Jenkins, right, you can't simply build a pipeline. Okay, you cannot have a big code having the is having for the pipelines, right? You should cut short it. Means for that you should know the logic, right? Which one to trigger the job, where I should perform the commands, right? So like that, for getting the logic, you should have like a basic programming language, knowledge of basic programming language, right? That too, why they are preferring is Python is because Python is easy when it compares to the other programming languages. The syntax is easy, so that any of the engineer can learn it very soon and get the miss. The ultimate goal is you have to get the logic. That is for sure. Okay, that is the only intention they are looking for. So if you don't practice the very basics things, right? um, Definitely they will think that okay, though the market is expecting the Python from all the DevOps engineer, is if he is not ready, what they will think is okay, he's not updated with the market. They'll think like that. So because every most of the interviews they are expecting the Python, that is for sure. That indicates. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಬಂದಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟೆಡ್. It portraits like that. You need not to be a perfect champion in the Python, but at least you should know the basics. If I tell the least, okay, at least okay, something last element, what I can do, how can I remember, how can I remove that element, so how to place an element with a particular index value, right? What are strings, right? In the strings, what are the operations I can perform, right? Although these are all very basics actually. Even I don't think you are feeling difficulty in the writing the miss or remembering the syntax of the any of the code. Is it so? Is anyone feeling difficulty in remembering the code? And don't mug it up, guys. If you are mugging up at this level, no, that is not the way. Okay. So still you have the time. Okay, at least spend 1 hour or 30 minutes per day. Okay, definitely you can crack any of the interviews. Only for the Python you need to spend 30 minutes, not for all the tools. Okay, all the tools totally in on an average you have to spend at least of 8 hours. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ 8 hours ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವಾಗ್ನಿಂದ till the day of the interview. 8 hours. Try to manage that and spend the time and get through the interview. Crack either first or second interview. Okay. Yeah, I may forget to wish you later. I'm wishing you now itself. I wish you all the best. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗ್ಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲೇ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Then we were discussing about the functions, right? In the last class, we were discussing about the functions. I'm not sharing the screen. Okay. 2 minutes. Let me share the screen. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 32 joined. Okay, fine. It can be done. Can you able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. We were discussing about the dictionaries and the operations, what you can perform in the dictionaries, and how you can write the for loop, right? Similarly, you can implement the while loop as well. Just you should know the condition, right? What you want out of that. Means what you can implement the condition to execute that particular block of code, right? So you should know all those things. And we were discussed about the list as well. List and dictionaries, mostly you will be using it, and that too mostly you will be playing with the dictionaries only when you go for the organization. And one more thing, just I wanted to remind you. So the other day I was saying, right, so to have the space between symbols and the letters, right? So do not write the code in the shell script like this. Don't use the spaces. Okay, you may not get appropriate output. I have tested it, so there are chances of getting the wrong output. So don't use the spaces in the bash or shell script. Okay, keep that in mind. In the bash or shell script, what you can do is you should write like this. Don't use the spaces between the symbols. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, fine. This is a directly let's not go to this. Okay, yeah, functions. When it comes to the functions, what is the keyword you should know by seeing the code? Okay, they have defined the function. Can you say that?
Jaradila.
Yeah. Hello. Yes. What is the doubt,
Definition.
Vinay?
No, sir, I don't have any.
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Using
using
def
def
command.
command.
Hmm?
Sir,
Def
keyword
command,
def.
sir.
Def. Oh, okay. 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 Fine. So def, if you see the word def in the code, then you can say directly. You can say and it is defined. Means function is defined here. Okay. So again, I'm repeating from the starting how you can write the functions. So should I start? Can I write it this? Greet. Okay. Usually we go for this. Okay. Let's take it other variable. Okay. So let us take name is equal to Raven. Okay. Shall I define like this? No, you cannot define like this. Okay. You can define the function before you call that function. Okay. Before calling the function, you should have the block of code to be executed. Okay. If you are calling function like here, for example, let us take greeting only. Okay. And this is how you can call the function. Okay. Just greeting under brackets, right? Greeting is a function name, and brackets is it is telling that go and search the greeting function and execute that code. This is the syntax you have to maintain. Okay, then we shall define the function. Similar way you have to write. Okay, it is not that first you will define the function and I'll go somewhere. No, 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 don't do like that. Okay, that is not the right habit. So first, okay, you'll think that okay, I want to call some function, then call it. Okay, call with the name. Why you should call first and then you should write the block of code is if you write it here like this for def and greeting, there are chances of making a mistake while calling that function. Then at the end of the day, you will end it at a wrong output. Okay, so you'll call the function here. Then what I'll say, print print revan. Okay, now will it give output? Yes, I'm calling this function. If I run this code, will I get a error or not?
Will get error, sir.
What is the error?
Sir, Raven in print statement. Raven
Exactly.
did not
So
define.
Raven, it will think that Raven is a variable and it look for the value of the Raven. So if I define like this, then now tell me, will it throw an error? Leave about functions. Okay, in general, if you see the code, will it throw an error? Whatever you learned so far based on that.
No, sir. It will not throw an error.
Okay, yeah. So it will print the code. Okay. See, now in the this function, you can define any of the code. Okay, so far you have written, right? Even you have written the let me see whether sir is joining. No, sir is not joining. Yeah, yeah. So if you have, you know, the for loop, you know the if conditions, you know the while, okay, if else statement, right? All those can be written inside the function. There is no restrictions. Okay, no restriction. You can write any piece of the code. Okay, and if you want to sum pass, if you want to pass the arguments to this function, arguments in the sense some variable, means variable with the values. If you want to pass it to this function and to make use of the values of that argument inside this function, then you can do like this. Either give like this, name is equal to Raven, or even if you don't mention anything, just if you pass the variable name here, then again you have to give the variable name here, and that variable name will be treated as a argument. Then I'll run this code. See, I got the same output. Okay, let me open then plus. Why not copy it? Okay, copy. Understood what are functions? Basic idea. Any doubts in this? Here, name is a any variable. Okay, and Raven is any value. Okay, sir, if I want to pass any of the numbers, yes, of course you can pass it, not an issue. Okay, you can do like that. For example, sir, I'll give the name here. Okay, unknowingly I have given just NA here. Okay, what happens? So you can change the argument name. Okay, there is no issue in that, but the same argument name should be used inside the block of code whatever you have wrote. Okay, then still you'll get the output because name will point to NA, and NA will be used here. Okay, getting the things, you can write it like this, not an issue. You can change the argument name. Okay, so you can define something here and you can define something here which is convenient to implement inside the block of code, this function. So you can use that one as well, not an issue. You can change the names. Here variable name is there, the argument. Okay, and if you want to pass the two arguments, so name one, name two. Okay, so I'll pass it as Siddeshwara. Okay, then how to pass it here? Name one, comma, name two. Then if you can code, okay, will you get the error? Let us run and see what error you will get it. See what it says. Okay, greeting takes only one positional argument, but two are given. Why it says like that? Because you have defined the function with a one argument, but you are passing the two values. That's where it is throwing the error. You cannot pass the a difference in numbers of arguments, right? For example, here three you want to use it. Here I'll pass only one. No, still you will get the error. Okay, the numbers should be same. How many variables you are passing here, those many arguments should be passed here as well. Okay, you can define it anyway. Okay, AB, not an issue. What happens here is name one will be reflected on NA, and name two will be reflected on AB. Okay, let us see this. Understand the functions clearly. Mostly you will be dealing with the functions only, major one. Okay, if you get any doubts, stop me then and there itself and ask the doubts, not an issue. See, got it? So not number. Okay, you note it down, not an issue. Here, simply time, wastage of time. Here. So understood the basic idea. Any doubts in this? Now passing the number of arguments. So number of arguments should be number of inputs, whatever you are passing here while calling the function. Okay, this line we say it as a calling the function, right? And while calling the function, how many input variables or input values you pass it, those many arguments should be passed here. Name can be changed, not an issue, but the pointing will be same. Okay, the first input whatever you are passing here, it will be passed as a first argument, second one second argument. Okay, so like that you can write it. Okay, fine. Now we generalize this? Yeah, of course you can generalize this. Okay, then I take the input. Okay, this also I'll take the input, still it's going to work. Okay, print NA, then print AB. So what happens here? Let me write in a standard way, that is enter the name 1. Okay, then enter the name 2. Okay, yeah. So if you give the inputs like this, it is a generalized one. Okay, it will take the inputs. Yes, enter the name 1. I'll enter it. SIDDESHWRE. See, it has printed both. Okay, you can generalize these functions like this also. Not an. Okay, then next case. What is the next case? You are printing a message. For example, you are defining one variable like one message. Okay, then in that you are printing as hello. Hello. Okay, then what you will do is you will add space, then word. Okay, so what is the input? You can put it as name 1 plus, and I want to greet both of the uses. Okay, both of the inputs. Then I can write it like this: name 2. Okay, so print message. Of course it will work. Enter the name 1.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
parameter name is changed, sir. Here NA and here AB.
Very good. Yes, good observation. Raven and Siddheshwara. See, hello Raven and Siddheshwara. I have not given any space for this and, that's why it has printed like this. Okay. Any doubts in this? Simple defining the functions. Say yes or no at least. Hello. If this is the case, I'll end up the call and you can prepare it. Okay. I don't want you to be in a sleepy mode. Okay. Because I don't know whether you are getting the things or not. I'm not here to teach blindly. Okay. Okay. Yeah, all the students are getting. No, 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 not like that. If you respond, then the call will be continued. Otherwise, I'll let me close the Python class today itself. Not an issue. Okay. So if I don't get the response, then call will be ended. That is for sure. Because I don't know. Because maybe, of course, it's a nature. You may join the call and keep it in a mute and go somewhere. No, don't do such things. Yes. Now let's see the next cases. For example, okay. For example, you are performing some operations in the function, that block of code. You want to return whatever the final value is. Okay. For example, what I mean is, I don't want to use the print statement here. Okay. Instead, I want to return this value. Okay. Return in the sense what happens. Okay. Return. Return is a module. What it will do is, it will frame this first and it will assign to this variable. And when this line is executed, this complete value will come here and it will be executed. It will be printed. Okay. Here we don't use a print statement. Getting? Then, okay. First, let us see what happens here. If you call this function, whether it's going to print or not. Raven, Siddesh. No. So let's print this statement. Greeting. Okay. Then run the code. RAVAN. Okay. SIDD. Sidhu.
We should call
Mm,
the parameter name.
yes, completely right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But actually, you should get the output. Okay, not an issue. Fine.
We are calling the method with the
Mm,
parameter
mm,
and passing
mm,
it back.
mm. Good. Yes, got it. So when it will be useful with respect to the strings, of course, it may not be useful. But when you're performing with respect to the list or something, then it is helpful. Okay, returning something output from the function, it will return a value, the final value. So not the final value, we say whatever you want to return it, just add the return statement and that variable means what is the value you want it. Okay. Sir, can I add it multiple return statements? No, you cannot have a multiple return statements. That is for sure. If you write one more statement like this, it will throw an error. So I'll write it one more. Okay. I'll say it as message. So it will throw an error. See, Raven. Okay. Raven. No, it is okay. You should not use it. Yeah. Maybe it is stopping at here. Okay. Let us see. What I mean to is um, new line. Let me show the difference. What happens? So this is new line. Okay. I will return new line. Okay. If you write like this, maybe it may throw error. Previously it was throwing error, but here, if it is not throwing error, what it means is, here it is stopping, means the code execution of the code is stopping at this line. It will not go to the this line. Let us see this. Array, RAVAN, SIDDO. See, it is not going to print this line. The moment you write the return, that will be the end of the that particular block of code. Okay, return will be the end line. If you write a multiple return statements also, it's not going to execute. Okay, keep that in mind. Let me copy this and say it as an error. Yeah. Then, is there anything to discuss with respect to the functions? If you have any doubts, if you don't have any doubts so far, then let's go and use these functions with respect to the list. Okay. What I can do is I'll define one list. Okay. Then I'll add some elements 1 comma 5 comma 8. Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll call it on function. That function is, let us say, suppose I'm adding the one of the element, add element. Okay. I'm calling this, right? And okay, fine. I'm calling this function, right? So if I'm calling this function, then what I can do is I can define this function, that is add element. Okay, here. So what is the program intention is I want to add the elements for this list. Now tell me, how can I proceed now? You know the
Parameter.
functions, you know the list. Okay, there is nothing new concept here, right? Just we are combining the list and the functions. Yes, please go ahead now.
So declare the parameter.
So
One
declare the
parameter.
parameter here. What I can declare here?
Anything, sir.
Anything,
Any
can
name.
I take
Any name.
any name? Okay,
Means
let us take name only.
add. Okay, name.
Okay.
And in method also we have to declare name.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
In add element line number 4, we have to pass list A.
List A. Okay. Yeah, we are passing a list to the function. Okay,
Function.
fine, good. So for avoiding the confusion, let us take the same name here as well. We are passing list as a argument. Okay, good. Now,
For loop.
yes, for mm,
I in
in
list A.
list A. Okay,
We have to declare one variable had equal to 0.
add.
No, no, not here, sir. Above the follow.
Okay, add equal to 0.
I mean,
Um, we are not adding the total of, means we are not finding the total of the elements. We are adding a element. I mean to say, for example, if I want to add 7 for this, like
okay,
that.
append
Yes, you are appending. Yes, what we can write it here.
the method. Okay. Remove the for loop, sir.
Okay, I'll remove the for loop. Hmm.
List A, list hyphen A dot append.
List hyphen a dot append. Okay. Hmm.
Any value, sir. I mean, like
In the
7 or 8.
brackets. Okay,
If
let us give 7. Will it going to work?
Yeah, print
At last. Okay, return list
list A.
A. Okay, fine. So,
We need to print, sir.
okay, print. Let me take complete this statement. Okay, copy and paste it. Yeah. Now tell me, is there any error? If if so, what is the error? Check all the lines of the code. Yeah.
Bracket, I think.
Yes. Where it is?
Return
In
statement.
yeah.
Return statement. Miss, you mean to say like this?
Yes.
Okay. Then what are the other corrections? Yeah. No corrections? Is it is it good to execute this code? Shall I?
No, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
one thing. Least day after return least day braces, we have to remove it.
Why
Yeah.
adding and why removing? Yes. Why you guys are getting confused? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it will work, sir, now.
It'll work. No error
Yes,
in
sir.
this code.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Everyone. Okay. Let us run this. Let us see. Now tell me what is the error.
So first we should print and then we should call.
Okay. You mean to say here?
Yes, sir. There we should provide print.
Okay. List A. Okay. Fine. Then I'll run this code. Yeah. Tell me what is the error now.
So probably we are declaring like 8 and 9 then got repeated, so it's got appended twice.
Sorry.
Here 7 got appended twice, right?
Yeah. Why? What is the reason? Yes. Please check
Because
the code. Please check the
we are
code.
run,
Yeah, madam.
we are calling the method twice, right? 8 and 9 line. Because of that, it's got appended.
Yes, exactly. So we are calling the function twice, guys. Okay. If you're writing a within print statement or wi- means outside the print statement, doesn't matter. If you're calling the function, it will perform in a how many times you call it. Okay. So what you can do is assign.
Remove. You can remove print, no, sir. Print add
No,
element
no, no,
list
no.
A.
You can either do, if you remove the print statement, you will not come what is the output, right? So what you can do is just add a variable here. Okay. So let us say, let us output. Okay. Now you print the output. Then it will be easy. Okay. You won't get error. Got it? Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Clear? Any doubts in this? Clear what happens if you use like a print statement ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ರೈಟ್ what if you call it how many times if you call means you call the function those many times it will execute. Okay, irrespective of whether you are assigning that function to the variable or you are assigning means you are taking into the print statement, right? So if you call that means if you call that name, okay, if you call this anywhere, it's going to execute. Okay, ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ರೆಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, got the difference, right? um Let me add the error code as well. Yeah, this is the error code. You will come to know. Okay, yes. So error code. Yeah. Yes, how to okay, undo and redo. What is the shortcut key for redo? Yeah, do you know? Undo ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ Z. Redo key. control Y. Okay, remember all these shortcut keys, guys. Okay, companyly you are going, um first you should be prepared completely. Yeah. Basic, whatever the shortcut keys here is needed, please check on that as well, right? And when it comes to this, some of the methods, right, I want to get the sorted list. Okay, so what I can do is append 7, and then I want to sort this list. Okay, how can I sort it? Sorted list is equal to list of a dot sort. Will it going to work? Sorted. Work ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Yes. Did you try it or not? I said it, right? To check with other methods as well. Sorting, finding the maximum, finding the minimum, right? Will it going to work or not? If you don't say anything, then I'll think that it is going to work and I'll move with the next topic.
No, sir, sort
You have to
method.
provide just salt,
All
sir.
sort method.
Okay. So sort
No, variable name. List A
list A dot
dot sort
sort.
method.
Yeah,
Open and close braces.
like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us return this one. SORTEST, sorted list. Okay, then we shall print the output. Will it going to work? Please see the code. If is there any error, please let me know. Error neat check ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, error main code name sigbidutte. You will get the code. If you search in the Google also, you'll get the code. But if you implement that code, if you get the error, handling the error is a bit of difficulty. Okay. Yes. Is there any error in this code? No. No error. Again, mute. Shall I stop the class? Tell me whether error is there or not. Say yes or no. Okay. I'll give 2 minutes of time. Please check line by line. Mm, no inputs. Why? Okay. Don't fall in the confusion. Okay. Of course, it takes time, right? Now tell me, what is the error? At least by saying the output. Okay, guys. Okay. Don't fall in the confusion again. I'll give this code. Okay. Later on, you try it and find out the error and let me know in tomorrow class. Okay. Not an issue. Don't feel difficulty. Okay. This is simple, right? But these methods will help you guys. Okay. Sorting matra compulsorily help ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Sort right, maximum minimum ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ miss, since you are not in the you are not a developer, definitely it is not going to help much. But when it comes to the appending, right, and even getting the sorting of this, even like you can try whether you can sort the a characters also. Okay, give the individual characters like in the strings, or use the strings in the list, multiple strings. Try to sort it, whether you can sort it or not. Okay, mostly you'll be playing with the strings only. Okay, numbers very less. Okay, yeah. So that's all with respect to the functions. So you can implement it, right? Not an issue. In the functions, write a for loop. Again, in the for loop, use the while condition or if condition, if else statement, elif statement, right? If you are using like this, it will be of nearly 20 lines of the code. Okay, take some examples from the browser and try it out. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Ping me in the WhatsApp. Definitely, I'll respond for your questions. Okay. Yeah. Apart from that, is there any doubts for like in understanding the what are functions, what are list, and what are dictionaries, and what are strings, what are data types? Okay. Yes. And the for loop and if statements, if else statements. These are the basics. Do you have any doubts in this? If you don't have the doubts in this, then we shall go to the like what we can do with respect to the files directly, right? Which is a very core part of the scripting. Yeah. Do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts? No?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, if you say no, it doesn't mean that like, okay, you are completely failed in the Python. It is not like that. You can ping me any small doubt also. Okay. According to me, there is no small doubt or a big doubt. Every doubt is a doubt only. Okay. You can ping me any of the doubt, you get it, right? I'll respond, not an issue. Now we shall see. Yeah. Let's open the this one. Actually, Windows I trying to install Ubuntu in this, but not it. Everyone is aware of WSL2. Do you know what is WSL2?
No, sir.
Yeah. So WSL2 means, okay, I'll write it here. WSL2. Okay. It is Windows subsystem for Linux, right? One thing is you can the obviously you should go with the like AWS servers, right? Um, this is another like you can set up the Linux environment in the Windows. Okay, go through it. Okay, in the internet, just you can set it up easily, right? Having the Windows in the laptop, on top of it, you can set it up Ubuntu environment, right? You can access the local files which is there in your Windows system. You can access those files also, right? So go through this setup. You can set up a Ubuntu for your system and you can work there as well. Yeah. Now I'm working with a VS Code. Okay. If any of you not aware of VS Code, please get aware of VS Code. Okay. Mostly you will be working on the VS Code only, right? In the organization, they may ask, okay, which code editor you are using. Don't say that I'm using online editor. Never say that I'm using online editor to validate the code. No, no, no. Don't use like that. So what you can do is just become perfect in VS Code. Just see how it can be installed, how you can access the files and all, right? Basic one I can tell you, right? So how to use the like this one is, for example, create some folder in the desktop, then open the VS Code, right? Go here and file, open a folder, then Python scripting, select folder. Now, even if you create the new file here, it will come under the this folder only. ಈ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್? This is the basics of the VS Code. But see that you know the VS Code compulsorily. Okay, search in the YouTube, you become perfect in the VS Code. Let me take a new file, that is a Python file, py testing dot py. Okay, in this you have to select python dot py. Okay, so I have created one file. Okay, before getting to the file, let me tell you one more thing. I have a string now, for example, name. Okay, Let us say IREVAN. Okay, let it be mistake. Okay, so I want to convert this into this list. Does anyone know how to convert this into this list?
Using
Conversion
for
using for loop. Okay, yeah, for.
like there will for I
Mm,
name
mm, mm.
we required one empty close it. We required one empty list.
Okay. Mm,
List a
mm,
dot append
mm.
I
Okay. So if I
print
print,
list we get
yeah, there is an error, type error. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I want to convert it in a single line. I don't want to use a for loop.
we have to do typecasting.
We have to do
Typecasting.
typecasting. Please let me know the code.
Mm. One we have to declare one variable.
Okay. Something like similar. Okay. It let it be a string or a list.
No, we have to declare keyword as in a list.
Okay. Yeah.
Equal
Equal
list keyword
list.
keyword
That's it.
name
Name. Okay. Will it going to fetch?
print type.
It's not convertible. Then how? Okay. Very simple, right? What you can do is as simple as that. Name dot strip. Okay. It will convert it into the list. What is strip? Okay. Strip is a here we'll be using a separator. Okay, if you don't use any separator, it will think that okay, like very next letter you are going to separate it. Okay, for example, if you have a space like this, if I want to separate it based on the one space, then I'll give like this. In this you have to mention the separator. Okay, so conversion, least conversion. Okay, what I can do is just um, string dot strip. Okay, in the this one you can mention the on what basis you are separating the elements, then it's going to separate it and you will get the in the list format. Okay, if I give like this, then you will get the list. No, I didn't get it. Why? So I did not mention it. Line stripping. Of course it should work. Okay, see this. No. Okay, fine. Go through this. Okay, stripping. Maybe I may be doing some syntax error, something like that. Okay, I may be missing out something, but you can get like this. Okay, yeah. And one more thing. Next one is membership check. List A is equal to. Okay. Um, Let us define 1 comma 5 comma Raven. Okay. Then you can check that whether Raven is there in the list or not. How can you check it? Your idea. You know like all the basics. How can you check whether Raven is present or not inside a list A
Using a condition.
using a condition? If
We have to do the follow.
okay, you are iterating through the for loop, and you are taking a each element, then you are comparing the
Comparing.
each element with the Raven.
Yeah.
If it is true, then you are printing the statement. If else, then you are exiting the loop. Okay, that's what,
Yes.
right? You are planning. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So there is another method as well. Okay, in a single line you can check it. So this is also you check it not using the for loop. How can you check the a particular element in the list? Okay, this is also
Yeah,
very
we
much
know.
important for your when it comes to the organization level. Okay, in the future, if you are working with some of the files, then you should know how to check whether this content is there or not. Not means this element is there or not in the list. Okay, yeah. um Sorry, I got to know this is not the strip. This is also it's going to work. It is actually split actually. That's what somewhere I thought. Split. You'll get the list. Okay. If you use a split, then it will split each letter, and you can mention the separator also here. If you don't mention anything, then it will take it as one cursor as a separator. Yeah. Now let's get into the core part. It's already 8:30. Okay, fine.
Sir, if we
Yes.
have any means sentence,
Hmm.
even if we want to split means example hello word and I have to split in English means even we have to use a split method.
Yes. For example, I mean, you have like this. Okay. Um. Hello. Okay. And world. Right. You mean to say like this?
Yes, sir.
So print st string. Oh, you should not use like this words. These are reserved words. Okay. String a dot split. Okay, I'll give one space. Then let us see. Got it? So if you have hyphen here, then just give the as a hyphen here. It will split based on the hyphen. Wherever the hyphen is there, then it will split and give it as a list. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma. Fine. Now we shall see what are the how you can handle the files. For example, I have one more tool. This is the file for testing. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Something blah blah code. Okay. Yeah, fine. I have 3 lines of the code, right? I want to save this file, right? tst testing dot txt plain text. Yeah. Now, what are the things I can do with respect to the file, right? With respect to the file, you can read the file, you can write the file, okay, and you can overwrite the file, right, or you can append it, okay. You can open read only also, okay. These are the things you usually do with with respect to the file. And while reading again, reading a line by line, and based upon the some keywords, okay, you have a very big file, okay. You want specific lines. If it has some of the words which I want, then also you can use the Python script, okay. So this is actually core part, to be frank. So like this you will be using it. And even in the interview also, they may ask you, are these simple example codes. They may ask you to read the file, they may ask you to write the file, right? So you should be ready to write it. Got it? Yes. Now, what shall we do is we shall see the basic example. Let me take this. Yeah. So first thing, open method. Sorry, open method. So open method is to open the file. Okay, it is as simple as what you do it in the Windows. For example, you have some file in the Windows, you want to read that. What you will do first, you will double click on that, right, to open that file. Then only you can able to read that file. So similarly you can implement here as well. First you need to open the file, then you can read that file, then afterwards you can close that file. Okay, this is the procedure. Okay, first what you can do is, so I can say it as file handling. First procedure or steps, whatever you want to call it as. Okay, so first you will open it, then if you want to read or write, okay, sorry, okay, then you have to close that file. Is that true? Why you want to close that file once you read? What is the importance? Hmm? Yeah, the question looks very simple, but the consequences are big. Okay, if you don't close that file, okay, there are chances of accessing that file if you don't close it. Okay, accessing the contents. If you just keep the file open, for example, if there is a password file, you will keep it open and you will go somewhere. Okay, there are chances of misusing that password file. Okay, so that is the intention of closing the file, whichever the file is, right? And along with that, memory. Memory is another one, you need to consider when it comes to the opening and the closing the file. Okay, so here also we do the same thing. First we have the already on testing file, right, txt. So I can show it in the folder also. It has created, so it has some content. I want to open that file and I want to read the content of the file. Okay, and once I read that, I want to print it. Okay, how can I do that? For example, let us say, um, okay, let me tell you the first syntax. So you have to write the syntax like this: open. Okay, see it has given. If you write the open model here, it will give, right, what are the things you need to do here. Do it here. You have to give the file name, testing dot txt. Then either I can give like this: mode is equal to whether readable mode or write or like append mode or anything. Or sir, I don't want to give the name mode directly. I want to give the like what operations I need to perform. See, the moment you press the single colon, you will get the these operations, right? See, these many operations you can do this. Do it on file. But basic one we shall see, right? What are the basic one? So that is basic one is read. If I press the R, see, R plus T, R plus U, right? A lot of things are there, right? Read. I'll read the file. Sorry, open the file and next line. Since I'm opening the file, I need to have some variable for that so that temporarily it will be stored in that. Okay. So let us say um, file or okay, let me give the name as a file only. Okay, and then what I can do is I can print all the lines of the file. How to print? So file, file dot read it. If it is reading and along with that we are printing it, then I want to close it. Close the file. File.clo close. So this is a very basic syntax when you are handling the files. You are opening the file and you are reading the file and you are closing the file. So while reading, you are printing the content of the file. So this is what it means. Okay. Let me copy and paste the code. Okay. Yeah. Understood. Is there any doubt? This read another sahanu model, open another sahanu model. Okay. These are the inbuilt functions, we can call it as open and read and even close also. These are all inbuilt functions like print statement. Print statement inbuilt ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೋ open, read and close also it will come in the Python only, right? You need not to define separately. Then don't forget to save it. Then here, whenever you want to execute some Python script, right, or Python file, you have to use the py, then followed by file name. Okay, press the tab, then you'll get the list of the like files, then enter. See, you got the output of the file. Got it? Any doubts in this? This is a very basic one, that's why I'm asking you. If you did not understand anywhere, please let me know. Yeah. Okay, I believe you understood. Okay. Now I want to write something to this file. Okay, I want to write it. So how can I write it? So similarly, again, this remains the same, because whenever you want to write something to the file, even in the Windows, again you have to open the file, you will write something, again you will close it, right? This is a procedure. Here also we follow the same thing. We open the file, then we write it here, but whatever you want to write, you put it in this brackets. Okay. For example, okay, this is the new content for testing. Okay, I'll write like this, then I'll save it, py, tab, enter.
Sir, we used in reading method one here.
Sorry.
In first line file open, text only.
Exactly. Yeah, we have to use the W here. Good. Very good, ma. Good catch. Okay. Then py and tab, enter. 31. Why it is showing 31? File.txt. Yeah, this is a content. Okay, maybe something showing other output. Okay, so it has written, but it should print it. Why this is behaving like this, I don't know. Yeah, so it will be writing the file. Okay, then with the new content, whatever you give it in the brackets. Okay, it's a lane content na content will be placed, right? So now read only, you can do that and write it. Okay, along with this you can, for example, you have some content in the file, you don't want to write it, then you can go for the appending, right? That's what the meaning of append, right? Appending is, what is the meaning of the append? You have some data and you are adding some data to that existing data. Got it, all of you? So let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, this is the one. For appending, again use the letter here A, right? So again run this, control save. Okay, see this, see, it has been appended. Got it? So whatever the lines it is there, it's going to append it. Okay, so if you want to append to the the new line, then you can use the any of the escape characters. Okay, escape characters, I believe you know the about what are escape characters and all, like slash n, slash t, right? All those things you can use that based upon the requirement. Fine. So I'll give 2 minutes of time, right? I want you to note the some of the points whichever you remember, okay? Because later you'll forget the things. I'll give some time. Note it down fast. Meanwhile, let me mute this. Yeah, I believe you have noted down the key points. Okay. Yes, and even some of the examples, additional examples, I'll include in the this notepad, whichever I'll post today. Try it out. If you don't get any solutions or you're getting any errors, let me know. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into the next one. Right. So writing, reading, and appending. You know it. For example, as I mentioned, um, you need to close the file, right? So if you first whichever it is open. So again, I don't have here. Okay, it is the 3 lines of a code. Okay, fine. You will play around and you'll come to know that okay, I had not closed this file. Okay, fine. Imagine if there is a some number of lines. Okay, which is a larger one. There you may forget to close the file. So then what is the right way to write a Python script where it closes the file automatically, right? Automatically it should close the file when the all the operations are completed. Okay, all the after executing all the lines of the code. Okay, then you'll use the with. With is the inbuilt functionality, right? With we'll be using it whenever we want to use some module. Okay, with this you can do this, with this you can do this, like that is as general English. With open module, same testing dot txt. Okay, you have to give the file name here, comma, then give the which mode you want to open it, whether it is a read mode or something. Then alias this. Yes. Can someone say what is mean by alias?
Calling by another name.
Calling by another means representing with another name, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
let us call this as a file. Okay. Yeah. Then colon. See, automatically the indentation, right? Here colon is needed, but here don't put the colon. Okay, you will get an error. Yeah. Then I'll assign something variable like this. Let us say content is equal to file dot read. Okay. Then what I'll say? I'll say print content. Like this also you can write it in this one. Well, previously we wrote right. Here you need not to write directly. You can make use of some variable to read the file, and later on you can print that content. Okay. Now let us see what happens. See, it is printing the content of the file. It is reading it, reading and printing it. Okay. Like that, you can make use of either W or A, right? You know it, right? R, W, A. Okay. If you use the R plus, okay, let me list it here. R for reading, then W, write, WRITE, right? A is append R plus. R plus means then it is read and write. Then you can perform both the operations in a single code. I'll show that as well. So W plus, it is nothing but, did anywhere did you see such permissions in the Linux? Hmm? Anywhere?
Read, write, execute part. Change
Read
my
write executions, right? So here also read write execution you can implement the same. Okay. Yeah. So first write and then read. This is the order it will execute. Okay. Yes. Yeah. If you perform like this R plus, then read and write. So you are reading the content, then you can file dot write some content. Okay. So line added. You can do that as well. So here again, new content. Okay. Let me print both. Print new content also. Okay. Now tell me, is there any error in this code? Please see. If you have understood all the three codes, whatever I have discussed previously, then you'll say the what is the error. If you don't see any error in this, then you have not understood.
no, sir. It will not having any error.
It will not throw an error.
No.
Mhm. Yeah. So in the second line, we are having a numbers, but if you check it here, the line is added. So now tell me, what is the difference here?
In second line, it's reading a file.
Mm,
In third line, it's right.
it's
Adding.
writing, it's adding. So appending. Either you can use the A append, and you can, or you can directly use it as a R plus. when we have a append a letter or a word or a module, right? Then what is the use of r plus and w plus? When we have it, why you want to use the r plus then? What situations you will get it? What is the difference between r plus and the append? Append also doing the same thing, right? Then why we need to use r plus then? Any idea? Just think of why we need it both.
If you use a append means it will
Hmm.
only add the line, but if we use an r plus means we can read the file and even we can write down for that particular file.
Mm, okay, yeah. If you can read the file, yes. So the main advantage here is append means just you'll be able to write the data for the existing content. But again, if you want to read it again, you have to open that file and read that file. Okay, it is a double task. So in a single task, if you want to read and write, then you can go with this. Okay. It need not to be in a very next line. Okay, you can use it anywhere after reading. Okay, the order of execution will be like that. First it will you have to write it the read module, then only you can make use of the write module. So that is the order you have to follow for w plus write and read module. That is the order. Okay. Yes. They may ask you like this also. This is a simple code. Okay, they may say you, I have some of the files, I have one file, I want to read the content of the file, please write the code. Then you should be able to write it like this. Don't use the previous one. Previous one is just for your understanding, that's it. Okay, this is the standard with open. Okay, the moment you write the first line like this, they'll understand that okay, you have a very good exposure to the Python scripting. Okay. Yeah, even if you make some error in this inside this block of code, then definitely they think that okay, he knows the concept. Maybe here and there due to some tension he has made the mistake. Like that they will consider. So this is a first line of impression. Okay, where you can create the impression. Okay, so you know the how to read the file, how to mm, write the file. Tell me what else you can work with the file contents, because you have done those things in the Linux, right? While practicing the Linux commands, what are the things you have done? Basic one I'm talking about.
Creating file.
Okay, creating file or a directory. Then only creating the file, that's it.
Same, read, write, append.
No, not inside the file. With respect to the file, with respect to the files and directories, tell me what you have done so far.
Create and delete.
Create and delete. Okay, only that
Rename,
much. Yes, sir.
rename, sir. Rename,
Rename the file. Very good.
moving a file.
Moving a file. Okay, good.
Copying.
Copy. Okay. Hmm. Giving permissions. Okay. Still ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, right? and so on ಬೇಕು, compulsory ಬೇಕು, right? Okay, you should have very good exposure, right? Very basic thing. Okay, what is the very very start of the like Linux, what you learned? Very basic one. Before going to the copying the file, okay, all those things, okay, next later on it will come. What is the starting point of your Linux learning, Linux commands? Not sure. Forgot. Sir, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿವಿ ಸರ್. Okay. Hmm. ಮರ್ತೋಗಿರಲ್ಲ. Just of course you will remember it. Once you say it, you will remember it. So you will list the files, right? File listing ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಿ, right? Deleting files, creating the files, right? All those are like creating a directories. All those are like a very basic one. For example, pwd. What is the use of the pwd?
Print working directory.
Yes, the full form. What is the full form of that pwd?
Print working directory.
Yes, print working directory. Okay. Yes. So like that, very basic one you can perform with this, or like advanced one. I want to copy the files. Of course, you can do that as well in the Python scripting. Okay. Now, what we shall see with respect to the files is I want to list the files. Okay. Um, Before we go into the list to the files, let's okay. Let me see first, because I want to take it in order. Okay. Yeah. Before going to that, let us see how to in the reading the files only, right? How to read the CSV files. Do you know the meaning of CSV files? What is CSV file? Don't know. Okay. Fine.
Which
Not an issue. It is a comma separated values. Okay. That's what you are giving the values list ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನೀವು ಕೊಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, okay, comma ಏನು separate ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, all those we can call it as a comma separated values, the full form of CSV. Okay, because when you go for the organization, uh, mostly you will be seeing a maximum number of files in the CSV files. If you are working with a number of servers maintain ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, like you will be seeing this like a content like that in the CSV format, comma separated values. Okay. Please keep that in mind. For example, let us see how to read the JSON file and the CSV file. Do you know the meaning of JSON? Because you will be dealing with JSON also. JSON,
JavaScript object notation.
JavaScript object notation. Okay, JavaScript object notation. It's a format of storing the data, standard format of storing the data. Okay, ನಮ್ದು ಏನೇ ಡೇಟಾ ಇರಲಿ, okay, sending or receiving, it will be in the JSON format. JSON is the standard format of storing the data, even in the servers as well. Okay, clear? Now, how can we read this such type of files? For reading such files, you need to import some of the libraries. That's where it comes in. Like you start importing the libraries based upon the your situation, means based upon the condition what you need to write the file. Okay, or what do you need to read, what do you want to read the file, right? Based upon the condition, you will import the libraries. Okay, right? In the libraries we have a JSON also. Okay, JSON is a module. So same way with open, right? But I need to have the JSON data. So what shall we do is first, um, with open, we shall write on JSON content to the file, then we shall read it. It will be easy. Okay, testing dot txt, and I want to tell me what shall I add here.
Arcus.
Okay, so you don't need any like reading the file, but okay, fine. If you want to read it, uh, it's well and good. But directly I'll go with the W since I'm writing it. Okay, Okay. Did I miss anything here? Don't forget to alias.
As file.
Yeah. Why you want to alias it is okay. ನೀವು ಯೂಶಲಿ ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈಲ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದು ಫೈಲ್ ಒಂದು ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಅಸೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕುಂದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. Okay, till you close the file, right? Same way here also you are assigning some variable. Okay, you are opening the file and assign to variable, and you will work on something and you will close it. That's close. Okay, that's where the end of that variable. That's how it is, as simple as that. Yeah. Now what you can do is, I have opened the file and I want to write it. Now tell me, how can I write it? So before that, you need to have some data to write it, right? Some data is equal to JSON format. Always it will be in the flower brackets. You have to pass it as a dictionary. That's what is in the last class I was mentioning, I believe. So you can trigger the Jenkins job as well from the Python script. But for parameters, whatever it is there, you need to pass it as a dictionaries. Okay. So here also you have to follow the same here. Okay. Name, say Raven. Okay. Comma. Not here. Then let us say age. Okay. Like okay, fine. Yes, this is enough JSON data. I want to write this content. Okay. Then what I can do is directly I can make use of JSON dot dump. Okay. And bracket open. I'll give the what is to be dumped in that, right? What I want to put it. So I'll be defining some JSON data here, right? So that one I'll put the variable name here, comma, right? Where I want to put it, okay, comma. If you want indentation, okay, you better confuse ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ನೀವು. Okay, just what is the content here and where you want to place it. That's more than enough. Okay, so that's how you can add the data, JSON data, right? If you run it here, py tab, okay, you see here, see, data is ready. Got it? ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. JSON data ಮಾತ್ರ 100%, because even if you call any of the URLs, whatever the output you get, it will be in the JSON format only, right? You will be dealing with a JSON format most of the times, right? So like that, even if you want to read that, what you can do is read the JSON data with open. Okay, then testing dot txt, give the file name. Since you are reading it, give it as R. Okay, as file. Okay, then what you can do is print. Okay, for JSON, reading the JSON files, you cannot use directly read. Just you can make use of JSON dot load, load of file. You can load like this, then it's going to work. See, it got printed. This is how you can handle with the JSON data. With respect to the JSON, practice more examples. Okay, right? ಭಾಳ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ತುಂಬ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಶೋರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಮೈ ಗಾಡ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ 9 o'clock. Yeah, fine. CSV, I want you to check it out, how you can read the CSV file and how you can write the CSV, means CSV content to the file. Okay, that is also important. CSV and JSON compulsorily it's important. Okay, yeah. Now I want to list all the files. I want to list the files now. How can I go with that? So for listing the files or performing any of the like with respect to the files, whether you are creating a new file or you are deleting a new file, right? All those things you need a OS module from the Python library. Okay, import the OS, right? OS is a model from the Python libraries. What you can do, how to list the files. First you need to define the path where you want to list it. Let me define the path as this one only. Okay, let me give this completely. Okay, I have defined the path. Then directly I can go with the print. Okay, os dot list there, right, of the path. That's more than enough. Okay, list there another, again it is a module in the inside the os model, right? List there is a one more function inside the os model. Os model is a one of the library is a module in the Python libraries. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇವತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಡೈಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. Then I'll save this file. Okay, if I execute it, truncated position desktop. Okay, syntax error. Line 3. Yeah, go somewhere with respect to the path. So this is how you can do it. Okay, since I have seen the Linux, I'm not sure whether it is going to take this path or not. Or let us say um, present working directory. Will it going to work? Let me run this. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Present working directory, I have considered it, right? Dot slash. That's what we do it, right? In the Linux is going to list all the files. Okay. So where it is helpful again. So you have number of files, you can list it. Okay. Using this, assign to some variable. From that, you check whether your respective file is existing or not. Okay, like that, if you keep on combining the like whatever you have learned, it's really good and it will be fun as well. Okay, got it? Any doubts in this? Any doubts so far? So far so good, no issues. If you're feeling difficulty, I'll stop it here. We can continue tomorrow. Guys, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, let me know. Are you finding any difficulty, or if you're finding it's overloaded, so I'll give some time today. Okay, this importing, listing the files, right? You can try it out, not an issue. You want some time, or shall I continue? I'm asking question. Whenever someone asking you some question, at least you should have uh, like whether you can say yes or no. Shall I continue? Actually, it is a vast. So here today, what I'm planning is, for example, the next concept what I'm planning is, you have the list here, right? You have listed all the files. So you can check whether my file is there or not based on the how to search that. Okay, that is the one thing. And other thing, if there is a large content file, okay, how you can read in bit, in a chunk of a file, means a part of it, how can you read it? Or to print the line, if you have the search word in that line. These are the things I wanted to cover only with respect to the files, not anything else. Are you feeling overloaded today? Bit. Okay, do one thing then. Okay, what I can do is, whatever the codes are there, I'll put it in the notepad and I'll give you the document just immediately after this class. What I can do is, whatever you understood so far, you try it out. Along with that, I'll be giving a right format of the code. Okay, you try it out, see what output you will get it from that, so that tomorrow within some 10 minutes I'll cover all those codes and I'll move on. Is that fine?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Tomorrow again, don't miss the class. Very important. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ. Okay, this is an important one. That's it. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನ, like, if you want to go deeper, there is lot of things, but ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್. ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ just if you can read the file, if you can write the file, or if you can write some functions or something like that, yeah, of course you can. No issues in this. So ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು even inside the functions ಸಹ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. You define some function, inside the function again you do all those things. Definitely you can do that. Even that reading the file, everything inside the function also you can do that. Okay, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು everything you can combine it, not an issue. Okay, there is no any restrictions. Okay, reading a file na separate ಆಗಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಆ ತರದ್ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. So if you're reading the file inside the function, what is the main thing? You have to pass the file as an argument. That's it. That is the one thing you should keep it in mind. If you know the syntax, that's well and fine, right? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ only interview related. If you want to dive deeper, it is the best. Okay, once you get into the organization, based on the situation, you like enhance your skills with respect to the Python. Okay, it is not that within a 1 month ನೀವು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಆ ತರ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಇದು Python. It is a very vast. So based on the situation, you know the basics already. Based upon that, you try to implement the codes. That's it. Yeah, so today I'll do that. Then I'll send out a codes. Apart from that, to listing the files, okay, creating the directories, okay, and even how to delete the file, right? I'll give the heading and I'll give the code. Today you practice it, and tomorrow again 7:30 sharp. Yeah, and one more thing, tomorrow how many hours can I take class? We'll be having some restrictions, right? No objections? Okay, fine. Tomorrow, yes, Vinay. Okay, tomorrow again 7:30 to 9:30. Tomorrow matra, don't miss it. I'm telling you again and again. We are going to deal with URLs. How we can trigger a URL, how we can trigger a Jenkins job, okay, how we can encrypt a password, right? Whatever you learn tomorrow, that will not be a part of interview, that is for sure. But ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಥಿಯರಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಾಳೆ ಬರೆಯೋ ಕೋಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬರೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, like that. So don't miss out the tomorrow class. As usual, same 7:30. Today I'll put it. Yeah, thank you guys, have a nice day.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.